What it is, y'all? This is Running Back Radio.
What up, though?
We back. It's almost playoff time.
Right before playoffs, had to bring back that shit. You already know, Running Back Radio.
It's been crazy lately, man.
Very unpredictable. Very fucking unpredictable with what's going on right now before playoffs. All the teams that are going to possibly make the play-in, who's not going to make the play-in, who's going to be the team to not make the playoffs. There's too much shit going on. Mavericks are very disappointing.
I know.
Right
I'm so
now.
mad. I'm so mad.
Some bullshit. I know Mark Cuban's over there probably fucking hurt.
It's his fault, man.
Yeah, I mean, you trade
It's
away
not
your
Kyrie's
defense.
fault.
No, it has nothing to do with Kyrie or Luka. Nothing to do with Kyrie or Luka at all. It's all defense.
I'm going to put a little bit of the blame on Luka.
You think so?
Well, he's the guy that's supposed to be running that team. I feel like you should be able to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
The play-in. The play-in, not even the
Right.
playoffs. You're supposed to be
Right.
able to make the play-in.
I mean, shit, especially what he's done the last couple years already. Like last year, and ain't nobody expected him to do it, make it to the conference finals.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Like-
man, I know you lost some pieces, so I wasn't expecting y'all to go the whole way. But, man, you're supposed to be in the play-in.
Exactly. Let alone you're fighting for the spot. Like these other teams have to lose and you have to win to make the spot.
And last night, took another L.
While the other teams took L's too. Like Timberwolves,
I know, could've moved up.
Timberwolves and Thunder both took L's, and they over here lost to the Heat by like 6 points. And the next couple games, what did I say? They had to play.
They had to win like all of them.
Yeah, it's they have to play like the Hawks and shit, while like the Thunder have to play hard teams like the Suns and shit. Like, so it's like the fucking Mavericks, if they don't fucking get it together, they're not going to make the 10th seed because the Lakers just moved up to 7th. Lakers are now 7th seed.
I know, insane.
After they were just fucking 10th, or 9th, and now they're 7th because the Timberwolves lost multiple games. So now you got the LeBron and them possibly being able to make the 5th seed, 6th seed if the other teams lose and the Lakers win the last 4.
Probably not making that 5th seed.
No, I don't think so either. But they could still possibly move to the 6th. If they move to this,
That's going to be hard, too. Isn't Golden State right there right now?
Yeah, it's Golden State.
'Cause they're up quite a few. Like 2 or something.
Well, no, they only got like 40 wins or 41. So I think it's 3. So but they just won 2 last. I think it was last night.
They did.
I mean, so yeah, the Warriors have to lose a couple games, but Wiggins might be coming back.
I'm hoping.
I think Wiggins should play a couple games right before playoffs, even if it's like 2 games, even 1. Get at least 1.
I think it all
game in
depends
there.
on who you're playing.
Right. I feel like
It'd be better for him to get a couple games in no matter what, but it's going to matter a lot less if they like their matchup.
Right. I just think he needs to get into that rotation again because he's been gone for a short period of time. He needs to get back in, play 1 game or 2 before playoffs start so he can
right
kind of get back
now,
into the
aren't they
sway of
going
things.
right now? Aren't they going to be playing Sacramento? No, not Sacramento. Memphis.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know if you need Wiggins for that one. They seem to got their number.
Right. And even if they don't have Wiggins, they're still going to be making the playoffs. So it's
That's what I'm saying. I don't know that they need them because right now they're slotted 6-3, so they're going to play Memphis, and that's probably their best matchup. Personally, they come out to play for those.
right. I mean, shit, you got to because Memphis is going to come out there swinging. Ja's back, so Ja's still trying to make that point. Like we find in the West, regardless, we 2nd in the West. Kings are still 3rd.
No, I thought it was the other way around.
Unless it just switched the last couple days. Because I swear the Grizzlies were 2nd and the Kings were 3rd.
Could be. Well, if it's Kings against the Warriors, then I think you need to get yourself Wiggins back.
Oh, dude.
Might be able to just wipe them because they ain't ever played playoffs. It's been 20 years.
I think the Kings will make a first-round exit, personally.
It's hard to tell. They play really well when I watch them.
Yeah, I just don't think once playoffs come,
I know,
you know the guys who got the dogs in them when it comes to playoff time.
Sometimes
most
you
of the
don't.
time. Most like the big name teams, like Grizzlies, Warriors. We know come playoffs who's gonna go crazy in the playoffs.
But sometimes
your
you
Ja
don't.
Morant's gonna ball.
Remember
Clay's
Tatum's
gonna ball.
first year?
Yeah,
They went to the conference finals.
Yeah,
They almost beat
that's true,
Bron.
too.
They went almost 7 games.
I just don't feel like Sabonis and them are going to be able to keep that roll up in playoffs. I think once playoffs come,
well,
you're
Sabonis has a bunch of playoff experience.
Yeah, I just feel like we're gonna see come that first round of playoffs what they're missing for playoffs. Like they're gonna be their weaknesses are gonna show come playoffs. Cause
I don't know what their weaknesses are. I know what everybody else's are. So I just have no idea what they're gonna do. They're like a very unknown team.
Yeah, I see, and that's a lot of those very unknown teams that are like that. Though
Golden State, what's their issue? No big men. Easy. We know what their issue is. If they play against, if they end up having to play against, if they go to the finals, they got to play 76ers or they got to play the Bucks. I don't like that matchup for them.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
If they got to play Celtics again, that's a toss-up to me.
Yeah, because, Celtics, their big men, what, you got Horford, fucking.
They got Robert Williams, dude.
Yeah,
he's
Williams.
dope, but he's not huge. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he's not really an offensive guy. He's a defensive guy. If they had to play, if they got to play the Suns, I don't feel as bad about having Ayton on the floor
Right,
as I do against somebody like Embiid or one of these guys that scores. That's a big guy. Those guys
Right.
are scary when you ain't got a guy to stop him.
Yeah, because they're
Because
going to
Draymond's not stopping Embiid. It's too much height.
Fuck no.
Way
Hell
too much
no.
height. Yeah, he
I'm just gonna be
Draymond
getting
can rough
cooked.
up, Jokic a little bit because he's not as
Yeah.
much of a scoring guy. But Jokic still tear you up. He's still gonna be passing it.
Yup. And if you lock him up from getting a bucket, he's just gonna get more assists.
Traded Wiseman, which he's been going crazy for.
Yes,
Pistons.
I'm actually cool with that trade.
I was hyped when we got him.
because we got Wiseman in that, and then we've been giving him the minutes to play, which
been
he
going
should have
off.
been, which the Warriors should have been giving him those minutes to begin with.
I know, they were
because
losing.
They don't got nobody,
And they were
ain't got no
losing.
center.
They were losing too.
Right,
Well, they
so-
got Looney.
Well,
Looney's
and
dope,
I
but he's
like
supposed
Looney
to
a
be
little
your guy
bit.
off the bench.
I like Looney a little bit, but you guys know where you're at right now with your team. You guys are just coming off the championship. You just won a championship. Your big guys, Looney is very, very inconsistent.
No, he's pretty good. This is what Looney is.
Defensive end, he's fine.
Well, he's not supposed to be getting you buckets.
No, but
That's not what he is. He's a backup
he
big.
be missing when
He's a really good backup big, but he's playing starting.
right.
You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
why, because you got a backup guy starting, why not give your young guy
I mean, he should have at least been
young center
Yeah, he
getting
should have at least been getting
20
the
minutes
minutes
game.
off the bench.
Right.
But they sent him to the G League to get more minutes.
Yeah, I feel that.
But it's not the same.
No, you're not on that same level when you're on the floor in the G League than you are on the floor in the NBA. It's not the same level. It's totally different
The
experience.
defense is the big difference. Because my understanding is a lot of them guys in the G League offensively, they all the way there.
Right. They
could
can
come
score
to
and
the
give you
league,
buckets.
but they're not Trae Young. So when they play defense like Trae Young, that's not acceptable.
It's not.
You can't even make the
cut
squad
it.
like that.
Yeah, exactly. If you're only good on offense, you're gonna have to put up fucking 30.
You got to put up
unpredictable-
27 and 8. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
And then like other nights, you're so great with your scoring, you might put up a 40 ball or some shit like that. Like you have to if you can't play defense.
I mean, look at Curry. He's good at defense. Even he's good from the guard.
He's
spot.
a very
And
underrated
they talk
defender.
like he's
I feel
trash.
very. I feel they say he's a terrible one-on-one defender, but I personally don't think he's a terrible one-on-one defender. I think he's very.
I think if he's guarding
underrated.
someone his size,
yeah,
he's gonna be
of
all
course.
right. They'll be like,
Of
he's
course.
a terrible one-on-one defender. Well, yeah, when they do the pick and roll when he's guarding LeBron,
Yep.
the
And
man's got
shit,
40,
even
50
he's
pounds
ripped
on
up
him.
Braun multiple times and shit like that. He's
Oh, he
still
gets the steals.
and that's like shit. He led the league in steals. What I know
twice.
I knew it was at least once. He led it like 2.1 steals per game when he led the league in steals. Like so, like he's not a great defender by any means. Not a great defender by any means, but he is a very underrated defender for sure.
As good as we talk about how good Curry is, he's like so underrated, honestly, in so many aspects of his game because he's so good at shooting.
Yep.
Everyone's like, he's the best
Everybody
three-point
talks about
shooter.
shooting.
Well, guess what? He's also one of the best dudes around the basket in the entire league.
Yep. He's one of the best players out there at moving.
He's
Curry
he's
is
the best
moving.
player. He is the best player at moving.
At moving, you think so?
Yeah.
The best?
The best. I can't
He's
think
always
of anybody on his
like
level.
every time I watch him play, like you watch as soon as he
Sprint.
gives rid of the ball, he's moving everywhere.
Sprint.
That's why he is like so easy to get wide open. Like somebody set a pick when off ball pick so he can get around somebody else. Boom, he's wide open in the corner. That's how you get them corner shots every time. And you see him run. I don't know how many times I could say I've seen Curry pass the ball from the top, run to the corner, run through under the basket to the other corner, wide open in the other corner. And he just cleared the whole floor.
I've
within
listened to the
like
pros
2
talk
seconds.
about it.
3 seconds.
Other pros talk about it. They say he like the worst guy to guard because you have to just run and
Yep.
run and run and,
And-
run. It's not even that like when he's got the ball is so bad. It's that you're chasing him for
Yep.
the entire time he's on the floor.
And that's going to wear you the fuck out. So, and you already know how hard it is to have your stamina, on the offensive end and while playing defense. That's why there's a lot of players that just play offense and don't play much defense because they can't keep up,
Who do you think the top
stamina-wise.
3 shooters all time are?
Top 3 shooters? Well, I mean, obviously Steph Curry, number 1. I'm always got to throw in Reggie Miller. I think Reggie Miller always
top 3?
top 3.
Top 3.
I have to put Reggie Miller in there mainly because when it came down to not just percentage wise and everything like that, when it came down to needing that big 3,
Who's number 3?
Reggie Miller was there. So number 3 best. I mean technically, if I'm taking Reggie at second, because Reggie at second, you could arguably put Ray Allen right behind him or
So-
right there with him. I feel like.
You're saying Dame's not better than them? You saying Clay's not better than them?
At 3-point?
At 3-point. Yeah, Klay Thompson for sure.
Clay is
I have Clay
arguably-
at 2. I got Clay at 2. Number 3, I'm real fishy on. I'm between Dame and Ray.
Yeah, see,
But Dame takes insane shots like Curry, and you have to. I always have to give them more for that. Like I'm like, when you do what Curry does, because that's why Curry's so great. It's like he's shooting like 46% for his career from 3 or something. Not 46%, like 41% or something like that from 3 for his career. And he's taking garbage shots all the time. I'm like,
Right.
you have to add that in. He's not taking set open shots most of the time. It's like hand in his face,
Yeah,
off the
see,
step back.
I also feel too
Logo.
like if Reggie Miller also wasn't shooting as many threes as they are today.
I know that's
as
why it's
well.
hard for me to give it to him.
So like with his percentage wise and stuff like that, I feel like if they did throw him in this league, I still feel like he would be up there. I personally, that's why I always go Reggie, mainly because I watched plenty highlights of Reggie, and I've seen this motherfucker. If you needed that 3 ball near the end of the game, he was always there to hit that bitch. Like he would have that bitch.
Dame too, though.
Huh?
Dame too, though.
Oh yeah, of course. Dame got some of the best.
He got some of the
threes
most clutch
ever.
shots ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Dame, man, and then the other thing, I have a harder time giving it to older players just because they weren't given a green light to do some of the crazy stuff they're allowed to do. And I'm like, man,
Right.
it's hard for me when you ain't
Yeah.
taking 30-foot step backs, and these guys are. When you're not taking logo shots all the time, and
Yeah,
these
and
guys
that's-
are.
and
I'm like, I
that's-
don't know, you could have.
and that's
but
why
I have the
big
feeling
time-
you probably couldn't because it'd be stupid to practice that then.
And that's why I feel like you have to put the big time shots into the argument mainly for them because they're not taking as many shots. I mean, they're taking what half the amount.
But I mean, I wasn't just saying threes either, because I just said shooter.
True. You
And
did
Clay
say
got like, what was that? He had 38 and a quarter.
yeah. I mean, shit. And then he had what
He only
60.
had the ball in his hand for 28 seconds.
Right.
For that quarter.
Like his 60 ball. I mean, that motherfucker had what 11 dribbles in a 60.
That's what I'm saying. Like so,
Like-
like that. It's hard to pick.
Yeah, so if you're saying overall shooter rather than just 3-point shooting, then I feel like you might have to switch it up because
Ray Allen in there then.
because Ray Allen's
Take
not
Ray
gonna.
Allen out then.
I would have to
I
take
might need
Ray.
Kobe then.
Ray.
I might need
and-
Kobe for 3 actually. I'm putting Kobe at 3, man. He's the
I mean,
greatest
'cause
shot
if you-
maker
if
of
you're-
all
if you're
time.
saying all overall shooting with not just 3-pointers, because that's what I went with was 3-pointers. Other than just shooting, because that's basically going to to the game nowadays. Like you hear shooting, you off rip think of threes. You don't think of mid range anymore. You
Sometimes
don't.
you do.
I mean, you do for certain
Like
players,
DeRozan.
right? Like for certain players, a
Kawhi.
couple of them. Like,
But I expect
you
to
hear
but
shooting,
you're
you hear
expected to
three.
still hit 3.
Right. Like 3 is like
You can't.
what
you
the
can't
game
only
is based
be a
on,
mid-range guy
basically.
and be
now.
a shooter. We'll be like that guy's trash.
Mm-hmm.
Who? T.J. McConnell? No.
Right, because DeMar DeRozan ain't the greatest 3-point shooter.
He's gonna
but
hit open
he's
ones
gonna,
though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you better hit your open ones. I don't need you to
and
step
he'll
Curry.
and he's even hit game prime time threes when you needed them.
So yeah, I got Kobe at 3.
So-
man. I got Kobe
so-
behind Clay though. Clay's insane.
So then you're saying Curry, Clay, Kobe as in shooters of
Yeah.
all time. I could go with that. I
Clay's
feel like
insane.
that's pretty.
Clay's
pretty
efficiency
good.
is insane when he's on.
I mean, who else could I say? So now since you putting
Well, Dame, I still feel like
Dame,
I still feel like Dame's like a very logical. Like he's definitely an honorable mention because he can shoot from everywhere.
I would throw T-Mac in there if he shot the 3 a lot more, but he didn't shoot the 3 as much. He didn't even shoot the 3 as much as Kobe did.
Kobe barely makes it just on how many misses he got. I mean, he does got the most misses of all time.
Yeah, but he also took the most like field
He
goals, didn't he? Or damn near the most.
No, he took lots of bad shots, man. Just like Curry does, but he made a high percentage for shooting bad shots.
Right.
Like he should like.
But that's the thing though. If you're shooting bad shots and you're making more shots, shooting them bad, does that make you a better shooter?
Yeah, I think so.
You know,
More skill.
If I can, if
You know what
I
I'm saying?
can
You're
make
more
the
skilled at
bad
making
shots,
bad
like
shots.
Devin Booker makes
Bad shots. All the
terrible
time.
shots all
Yeah,
the time.
He's a great shooter.
Mhm.
Super great shooter. That's why he's a great shooter.
So yeah, I fuck with that. I fuck with that lineup: Curry, Clay, and Kobe when it comes to shooting. Shit. I'm trying to think of some more crazy mid-range jumper players that are great at the mid-range, but also have a great 3-point shot. And since you're putting it that way, and I'm not just talking fadeaway jumpers. I mean Dirk, bro. Dirk
Melo.
could be up there. Melo could be up there. His 3 is. I mean, well, now I can't even say that because now this last couple of years of him, his
a great
last
shot
seasons,
maker.
his 3-point percentage is some of the best in his career.
He's a great shot maker, but
So-
he definitely is not up there though.
Who else? Could
I don't know.
possibly throw there?
Actually, Melo is up there. If it's his prime, Melo's up there. They said.
I
He
mean,
was
if you're even-
they said he was unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean I feel like that them 4 is pretty like good. Curry, Clay, Kobe, Dame. Some of the great shooters.
Yeah,
I mean,
Dame's insane.
what-
I gotta give him his props. He just been doing that his whole career.
And then, like I said, because I want to throw somebody like Bird and stuff in there, but like
Bird's
the
great, but
3-point
man, he
it's
just
the
was.
3-point. They didn't shoot
He was a
him.
great 3-point shooter.
No, I
He just didn't get to shoot him.
like I watched his 3-point
Dirk.
contest. He hit like I think it was like 18 was one of his
Yeah.
rounds, like because it was different obviously back then.
Yeah,
You know,
they had way less
altogether
points.
it was only 30
Yeah.
together points. You know, there wasn't all these other extra money balls. I don't even think they had did they even have a full money ball rack? I think it was just
No,
one
I
money
remember
ball.
when they put that in.
Yeah, it was just one money ball per rack. Like, because you're not able to get fucking 40 points. Now, just imagine nowadays somebody went out there and fucking hit all them bitches. Like,
Larry Bird said he only came to the 3-point contest to see who was coming in second. That's what he said. That's really what he said.
That's like some.
He said, I
goat
came
shit.
here to see who came in second. Then he went
Like-
out there and won real quick.
I just want to see who's runner up.
Bird's a legend.
Give him
dude,
his.
'cause he was a dog.
That's crazy. I heard they say he's one of the best shit talkers too. Like they said that he
They
would
said
like
he was the best.
like he would talk shit to where it would fuck you up mentally on the court. Like you would be fucking missing everything just because he was talking shit and
I know
he was
KG
and he
up
was
there.
following that. Yeah, I heard KG's an
They say
asshole when it
KG
came
up
to
there.
talking shit. I heard you said some hurtful things to people out there, like some
you
shit.
saw Hustle?
No, I actually still haven't, bro.
Because
I'm
I think
sleep
Anthony,
big time.
after watching that, I
I've-
think
I've
Anthony
watched little
Edwards out there
highlights.
talking trash for sure.
Yeah, see, I've watched little highlight. That's fucked up on my part. I'm very
It's good.
disrespectful right now.
It was very well
Being
made.
a basketball fan like I am, and I still haven't seen the movie.
The main guy's
terrible.
like from the NBA.
Terrible. Oh, dude. Yeah, no, because I know
Like
and
an actor or
Anthony
whatever?
Edwards is in there, ain't he?
Yeah, he's in it, but I like the guy, the other character, and it's in the NBA too, like the main character ish. Well, I mean, the main character is Adam Sandler, but the guy that he's like recruiting.
Yeah, I might have to
But
check
he was
that
like a
out.
nobody. Like I wasn't aware of the name because he wasn't on my team because he's like a bench player. Dope movie though.
Yeah, I need to check that shit out still.
Anthony Edwards got another movie coming out.
He in another movie?
He in another movie. It's like a real. It's like not a basketball movie.
Oh, like actually.
It's a
Oh,
movie.
shit.
I can't remember what it was. I saw a commercial for it.
Damn. That's crazy. So I wonder what if he's gonna be thinking about trying acting his career.
He's
doing
not thinking
a lot
about it.
more.
He's doing it.
I mean, doing it, but I mean, obviously, right? But
He's
like,
taking the
so if
LeBron
he's-
approach
if
so
he's-
early.
But I mean,
Second
shit.
year.
LeBron's a terrible actor.
I know, but LeBron was in movies. He started
Yeah.
it. He
No, I
started
know.
it. He's the first one. He's the first one that while he's playing basketball was like, I'm about to go be in a movie. Actually, I think Kareem was in one, wasn't he?
Well, obviously other than Jordan and Space Jam, but like,
Wasn't that after he retired?
they retired the first time.
That's after he retired, man.
Was it?
Yeah, because it starts out he's retired in it and stuff.
Oh,
And then they make him come back to play. Yeah, he was retired. I was saying, wow, you
he
playing.
played baseball though in the movie too, though.
Yeah, so I mean, either
So
way,
it
he
was
would've
probably in
retired.
his first retirement when that came out, because it was like, I don't know, but yeah, well, while playing basketball though,
It could have been in his second retirement
right?
because he's got a third retirement too. I know it wasn't then.
Well, were any of those players even retired when they were in the movie? Patrick Ewing and them, Charles Barkley, Spud Webb, and them being in Space Jam. Wouldn't that technically make them be, if they were playing
they
at the
were.
time?
They were playing at the time,
So-
so they're the first.
Or
But I
unless there
think
was somebody
Kareem
else.
was the first. I think he in like a Bruce Lee movie or something.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's the first.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I remember seeing clips of that shit. Yeah,
so
no,
Kareem
I know
the
exactly
go
what
to
you're
that
talking
stuff.
about.
Kareem the go. He did.
that's
the first.
that's and let alone a fucking martial arts movie with the fucking
I know.
GOAT Bruce Lee, like crazy. That's fire.
Off topic, but how you think Bruce Lee would do in the UFC, bro?
I still think he'd fuck somebody up.
At his weight class?
In his weight class? Yeah.
At his weight class?
Yeah.
You think he could take someone?
Yeah. Well, how much he weigh?
He's like 125, so he's fighting like Mighty Mouse, dude. He's fighting in a very small weight class at about 5'3".
I still think you could. I still think you would.
I think he'd probably get smeared by like most of them.
You think so?
Yeah, just because I watched the sport develop
Mm-hmm.
and it became what it was. Because I remember the UFC, not like pretty much at the beginning, dude. Like just right at the end of like the Royce Gracie thing, which is the start. You know what I'm saying? I remember when it was like a boxer fighting a sumo.
Yeah. See,
That was crazy. And you got to see like all the different ones and then you saw what the best ones were. But then like it still developed again where it's like little pieces of everything brought in from different things. You know what I'm saying? Like for a while they really didn't do leg kicks, man. And they brought and then one dude started destroying someone with leg kicks. And then everybody's doing leg kicks because it's like really effective in this thing. And then like wrestling is like huge in it and the way it's developed into it. So I feel like he'd have a hard time because they've trained for mixed martial arts,
Yeah, I mean,
like at the
I don't
highest
know.
level.
It's hard
by
to say.
throwing everyone in there. I think maybe if he was fighting like an amateur, maybe
Yeah, I don't know.
because an amateur's still like
I don't know. I feel like if it was
Like,
in
still
today's time,
messing
I feel
people
like
up.
he was able to do all the everything that they did now. I don't know. I feel like just from the way he was, I think he could do. I think he could still do it. I think he can handle
I'm just
some
seeing
shit.
somebody like shooting on him, taking him to the ground, and then like locking him out in a Kimura or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Right.
like whoa.
I mean, at that point,
wasn't prepared for that.
At that point, this stuff that's so it'd be so unpredictable now. That's like
Because, like, with the UFC now, like, it's really only, like, 6 different martial arts that are used. You know what I'm saying? They use Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling,
Muay Thai.
boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing, judo. Pretty much, you don't see much other than that. Lyoto Machida did karate, but he's the only one. He's the only guy. There's no one else that was ever successful. I've
Yeah,
seen like
I don't
the
know.
you know the
Maybe
the
it's-
one where they do the flips. What's that called?
What a capoeira. Capoeira.
Yeah, I seen that one. Like that one didn't work. I seen it works in the amateur. At the pro level, dudes get knocked out real quick because people watching film.
Just like that never back down guy. The one dude started doing on flips, got hit with one punch and was knocked out.
Yeah, it's really like that because they've
Lost.
been watching tape on you, so they know you move there. Boom, you're done.
Yeah, so Bruce Lee. I don't know. I get it. Maybe I'm just so cooped up with Bruce Lee being the GOAT.
I mean,
You know what
I
I'm
hear
saying?
people say crazy
So,
stuff
like-
about him that's just not true. Like Jason was like, yeah, he could beat Mike Tyson. I'm like, Mike Tyson's smearing him, bro. He's got 100 pounds on him. Like, what are you talking about, bro? This is not fair. Like, weight matters. Like, that's not even a who's a better fighter. Like, one guy's twice the size of the other one.
Like I feel like I'm just probably so into the mode of him being the GOAT. Like, oh no, you can't beat him. But yeah, no, but obviously Mike Tyson would fucking
Yeah, like
straight
big
like
size is
giant-
very important.
No, yeah,
It's not fair. Like,
This is-
it's way bigger.
it's not like he's like fighting with super magical powers or anything like this.
Like maybe a
Like they
regular
make
big
it
person,
seem-
he could probably beat a regular big person in a
Yeah,
fight.
so yeah,
But
should
a trained big person, oh, no, that's not fair. Those guys, you might not be able to knock them out.
Yeah, they're too damn big. Ain't nothing you can do with that.
And all they gotta do
a
is hit
small
you
size.
once, and you might not have a head. Nagano hits him.
And they take so many of your small hits compared to taking bigger hits from being that big.
All right, back to basketball.
Shit.
So KD's
We
back.
ain't really talk about the East either. Yeah, Katie's back though. So after
KD's
what?
back.
That's a good one.
They're
Good one.
5-0 with KD on the floor.
He was
He
gone
was like
for
11
10
for
games.
11 for 15, I think he shot in the game.
Yeah, he only had he shot bad the first game. He came back after this ankle stuff, and after that ankle at warm up,
I
about
know,
to play
that-
a game.
I know. I heard somebody talk about it. They were like, if it was me, he just goes out there and play, no warming up anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Just go out there and just start shooting that bitch,
Yeah,
like
just-
we
just
do
check in.
sometimes. Get in there and start playing a game.
Yeah. Like, come on.
Shit. Yeah, the Suns. That's brutal. It's gonna be scary with KD out there.
I'm hoping Warriors. If I was betting, I'd be picking the Suns.
Suns.
I mean, the Nuggets got a shot too, for sure. I just
know,
don't trust
man.
them yet. I have to see it. They got to prove me wrong.
Jokic.
But I'm
played
open
an
for them to prove
incredible
me wrong. I know
season.
it's possible. They just have to show me.
They've played an incredible season shooting wise. They've had some of the best shooting numbers ever as a team. I feel like this year,
Dude,
like
I remember. I mean,
they were crazy.
the first
going on through the
3
season.
quarters of the season, every time I turned the game on, it was Nuggets smearing someone. Like every time I turn it on, they're up 24. I'm like, oh man, I can't even watch their games. They're not competitive. This is crazy.
Just like what we was talking about a couple weeks ago, when like 5, 6, 7 players were all shooting like over 38%, 40% from three.
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
fucking Caldwell Pope was one of the highest 3-point percentage shooting players in the league at the time. Like, you got players that were decent shooters out there acting like they're great shooters next to Jokic. Like, he was really making them better as a team, like getting them shots, open shots. Like, they were shooting crazy numbers.
Shouts out to Caldwell Pope too. That's my dog. That dude was playing in and out of jail, man.
Playing
on the
with
weekend
tethers.
pass. On the weekend pass, playing games.
And I believe he was through stuff out of Rochester.
Mhm.
Through
it was
his
through our
court
courts.
stuff.
It was through our courts, dude.
Out there playing on the Lakers, having to go through court shit out here in Michigan still.
Hilarious.
Playing with ankle monitors,
Ankle monitor.
out there hooping in that bitch.
Shouts out. Respect.
Yo. What was it off of? Was it like a DUI?
DUI.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Shit, I don't know if they'll do it. I don't think they'll do it. I think East Conference Finals, Bucks,
Celtics.
Celtics. It's got to be.
I just have a hard time seeing anybody beat either.
Yep.
Now, once they go to play each other,
Yeah,
for real in the playoffs, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm picking the Celtics. I like Tatum, man. I like
Yeah,
Brown.
see,
I'm taking them as a fan,
went
not
with-
as a bet, but I'm really 50-50 with it. I don't know.
The
Like,
Celtics definitely can go back. I feel like they have a great opportunity. I said Bucks at the beginning, so that's still my pick. But that's all going to count on Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday being consistent shooters.
I think Jaylen Brown about to
Through-
go crazy.
So, and I think Jaylen Brown's going to go wild. I think Jason Tatum's going to go off because I think he got a feeling of that redemption from his finals play last year. I feel like he's all like, I'm about to beat a dog. Him and Jaylen Brown are about to go crazy, and I feel like they're going to have some of the best shooting percentages as a duo in these playoffs
I feel like
ever.
I feel like when we finish this, I might go on FanDuel and maybe bet me $10 on right now that Jaylen Brown gets Finals MVP.
You think Jaylen Brown will get Finals MVP if they win?
And then I might, in reverse, also bet that Steph Curry will get Finals MVP.
So you
I'm
think
I'm
rematch?
hoping for a rematch. I'm not feeling a rematch. I'm feeling the Celtics. The Warriors, I'm hoping.
Right. You think because
I'm really
more-
split out there. The West is crazy, man. I don't
the
know
way
who's
the West
going.
has been, it's
I have no
anybody
idea,
can
but I
take
feel
it.
like the Suns are the best bet. But I already have money on the Warriors, so like I'm gonna just ride with that.
right. Yeah. See,
I'm not gonna bet against that. I'll just put a little more into it on some wild whatever. Because if I hit, I'm sure I'm gonna get crazy odds right now if I make either of those bets.
right.
They have to be crazy odds,
I said Bucks,
and
at the
I'll
beginning.
parlay it with what their team winning again. Too,
Yeah, see, I need to
obviously.
get on there and do some bets. The last time I did anything, I did it on the BetMGM app with just the free money. Like,
Bro, I worked off free
that
money
they
for a
gave me.
long time,
Yeah,
bro.
yep.
I hit it with because they had slots. I hit it on the slots for like $300 one day. I'm like, ooh, I
Dude.
could really spread this around and make it last.
Yeah, they gave me 4 free $50 bets when I signed up on the BetMGM app using the Pistons as the code, and I used those 4 $50 bets, and I placed. That was when the Heat and the Celtics were in the conference finals, and I bet on those games. I bet on them going to Game 7 before it was Game 2. Like it was Game 1. They played the first game. I was like, oh yeah, and I bet that game. Who won? I won like 8 bets off those 4 bets altogether. Like, and I kept it going, and I won like $500 some, and then I cashed out and do that shit towards my bills instead of,
See what you should have done?
I should have just kept
Cashed out
rolling with it.
like 300 of it
Yeah.
and just play with
Yep.
200 again.
And that's what and
with
because
what you started with.
I like, and it was at the end of the season right after that, so I was all like, I'm not betting on basketball anymore. So, and I'm like,
I know,
I'm
actually,
not
that's
betting
actually,
on
it's
other-
probably better because I
you know.
wasted a bunch of money by making bets before the season was even close to starting.
right.
I'm like
right.
picking stuff. It's the off season. I'm like, this is who's winning that. I'm gonna pick that. I like what the teams aren't even formed yet. I
Teams
just
aren't
wanted
even
to
all
bet
there
on
yet.
something.
People haven't even signed all the rest of their contracts.
Yeah, I just wanted to bet. Then I was betting on football. I don't know football.
I don't know football either.
I watched a little football, but like,
Yeah, I watch it here and there, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you a bunch about players.
I don't
about
have- it's
contracts,
so hard to
about
follow
shit,
that many
nothing.
sports.
I've never really, even growing up, I never really followed football like that. I followed baseball for a short period of time because when I played, that was when I played for 9 years, so I was
I don't know who I'm
followed
going to be
baseball
like
for a
really
minute, but-
watching now.
always follow basketball.
I was following Brady forever. Like that's who
Right.
I was watching. And he's gone. He's done. I'm like, all right, now I got to
Right,
pick like what I'm rocking.
right.
That was my number one. I had my team, the Saints, but they're trash right now. They're trash. They just traded Sean Payton away. It's like everything restarted.
Well, they just got Jamal Williams though, so you never know. They got a running back over there now, hopefully.
Yeah, well, I don't think they got a quarterback.
True. We just signed Cam Newton. Do you see that?
Yeah,
Is that true or is that just
I don't
some
know.
rumor?
I didn't check into it because like
There's
there's
only
so many
one post
fake
on
things.
Google when I clicked
There's
on
so
it,
many
so
fake
like, I don't
things.
know. So it's like if that really did happen and we just had him for backup just to
That'd
be
be
safe.
fire. I know some people
You know
are
what'd be
mad. I saw people
crazy?
mad in the comments.
That'd be crazy as
They're
if,
like, great.
If
I'm like,
Goff,
that's fire. What are you talking about? That's a great backup.
right.
He's not starting.
That'd be crazy if Goff got injured at the last and we went to the Super Bowl and Cam Newton had to play and he redeemed himself from his Super Bowl the last time he played, and he won us the Super Bowl. You know how crazy
That'd be nuts.
that riots. We flipping cars.
I want Lamar, man.
Yeah. See, I mean, would we start him though? You'd want to start him?
Lamar?
You'd want to start him
Lamar Jackson?
after we just built this team around Goff.
We didn't just build this team around
Not like
Goff.
built
He just
around
came
Goff,
in.
like not built, but like
he was just
like
part of the
they're just
package.
now getting chemistry and like playing the way that they can play.
Bro,
together.
Lamar Jackson's way better than Goff.
I mean, number wise, in the last game, all the last season, like Goff had better percentages.
Lamar wasn't playing.
Like
He's
so,
hurt.
I mean,
That's Lamar's issue. He's hurt. Other than that, he's been the MVP, bro. He's definitely better than Goff. Literally
Yeah.
the MVP of the entire entire league. That was like 2 years ago.
I don't know. I feel like
He's a beast.
you'd have
The
to
issue
give up
is
some- what else would you have
injuries.
to give up, though? That's the issue.
What we'd have to give up?
Yeah.
Probably Goff and and a pick, 2 seconds or something.
Yeah.
I'd do it. But I like Lamar. I'm like, you do that, I'll be a Lions fan. That's where I'll rock in at.
I don't know.
Not a Goff fan. I saw Goff in the Super Bowl after Todd Gurley went down. I was like, nah, he's all right. He could win you a Super Bowl. But you got to have the people around him. They're stacked, though. Lions are stacked.
We'll see how it goes.
Lions are stacked. They got good Super Bowl odds.
I was looking at stats or like little things online saying that they were like it was like plus I think it was like plus 3,000 or something
Yeah.
for the Lions or some shit at that point for betting or parlays or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Well, parlays is a split bet, but
Yeah, that's like the how much over you get paid.
yeah. It's just crazy. Well, shit.
So let's wrap it up, dude.
We got off topic a couple times. It's all good though. Fucking fried. All right, well, shit. Running Back Radio. We out.
Salute.